Let's talk real quick about why menopausal weight gain feels different than it used to before we were in menopause. If you've ever been eating pretty much the same and nothing seems to budge, but you're eating good, you're eating healthy, you are eating whole foods. Yeah, I know it can be very frustrating, but suddenly nothing's working, right? I'm not imagining it, and I'm sure you're not imagining it also. We're in a new system. I went through the same thing, and so I want to kind of explain why. So if you're new to this channel, hi, I'm Reggie. I really love speaking about wellness for women over 50, and especially women that are in postmenopause or going through menopause. And yeah, it's frustrating. I've been there. I've been going through it. And I just love to document things that I'm doing, that I'm researching, that I can share with you, that we can get past all these challenges that our body is now faced with today. So I've been thinking about what are the new choices that we should be making that will affect our body now and moving forward. The challenge that is set up for just us women, and we really feel special just because of this. Estrogen. Estrogen drops, and therefore the fat finds a wonderful place to store those fat cells, which is in our middle section mainly, but it can be in different areas. For me, it's inner thighs, it's the buttocks and the hips, of course the middle. Very frustrating. And I think a lot of us and most adults probably complain about this one time or more throughout their lives. And after menopause, for us women, the estrogen levels decline. And that's where the frustration comes into play when it comes down to the belly fat. Science shows that this lowers the energy expenditure and fat storage is increasing. So basically our fat just shifts to the belly and to the inner thighs and to the hips. I've even found fat that was under my armpits. Another thing about inflammation that we'll have to talk about on another video, but yes. So most of all is where we're storing our fat is in the midsection. So studies have showed that menopausal women have decreased the fat breakdown process, and this is in the abdominal area. Also, cortisol sensitivity goes way up. I know this is another major ordeal because I talk about this in the fasting lifestyle guide about stress and how cortisol levels go up. And it's so important that we handle the stress and minimize it and find out what is toxic in your life and either eliminate it or minimize what is happening to you, because today that sensitivity and how it affects us, and you may not see it externally, right? We may be handling it just well in public, but internally, it is causing major havoc in our systems, and therefore, we will not budge or see anything change in our midsection. The cortisol pushes the fat storage to your belly. That's it in a nutshell. So what I've noticed is when I'm running high on stress and not getting enough sleep or rest, like I'm dealing in intense caregiving, which there are times, just like last night, that I had to get up in the middle of the night, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, to make sure I'm taking care of my mom. And, you know, that already, 1, interrupted my sleep, and then 2, trying to get back to sleep, to rest in a restful state and get back in that 4th stage of sleep, the REM stage, right? It takes all of that time. It's probably about 30 minutes to an hour that it actually took me to get back to a restful state. Right there, I already know. I wake up with an extended belly, inflamed, and that belly fat won't move. It's just very stubborn at that point. So any kind of shifts and changes, we just have to know, hey, this may happen, but I have to be gentle with myself and not worry about it, but do the things that'll help me relax throughout the day. Lymphatic massage, going to an infrared sauna, which I do occasionally, and I bought a package of 10, and so that's about with the promotion, it was about $18 a session, and I sit in the heat for a good 45 minutes. When I come back out, I am so relaxed, I feel good, and I know that the inflammation has subsided quite a bit. We should think about trying different things that will work for you. If it's not the sauna, of course, and I know that's not convenient for everyone, is maybe you just need to take Epsom salt bath. The magnesium get into your skin, into your pores, and the skin is our largest organ, as you know. So what we take in is what is going to be the output. If you are doing a lot of social media right before you go to bed, if you are watching television too long, so we need to limit the screen time. Overload of information can become inflammation. I heard that from another YouTuber, and she's fabulous, and that's from the channel Aligned, and she works with brain health and mobility and inflammation type of mobility exercises. If you like to check her out, please do go check out her channel. She's fantastic and very smart woman. So bottom line is we must get that sleep, 7 to 8 hours if you can. Even 9 would be beautiful, but I've never seen that, at least not in the last 10 years. You should also think about, when am I getting the time to download to myself? Am I getting time to take a walk? And these are the things that we have to guard with our life for that self-time that you can take care of your health. And it's serious and it's critical to you. And that leads me to the next thing. Muscle mass naturally decreases with age, but it's not an excuse that we can build muscle up at any age, really. If you're doing resistant type of training with your body weight, or you're doing dumbbell weightlifting type of exercises, you're already ahead of the game, because the less muscle we have, the slower the metabolism becomes. Basically, our body is so smart, it's very brilliant, and it will match what kind of energy it's getting, whether it's exercise or whether it's nutrition. And it has to be the right kind of nutrition in this day and age. We know we need to be leading and prioritizing protein. And if we can build up more protein in our diet, and not necessarily having a lot of calories, but if you're trying to lose fat, especially in the middle area, we really have to manage the type of nutrition that we bring in. So without protein and without doing these strength building exercises, we're just going to continue to lose more muscle every year. Sarcopenia actually accelerates after 50. Building or maintaining muscle will keep a muscular body going. Eating too little increases the stress hormones, and it slows the metabolism even further. I know all about this because I was eating very low with OMAD, anywhere from 800 to 1,000 calories at any given time. It's okay to do OMAD occasionally. That's what I'm finding out in this system. It's telling me that I need to mix it up. You need to kind of trick your body out, really move around when you're going to be fasting. I've slowed down the fasting where I'm doing more 16-8 or 14-10, but maybe on the weekend I might just eat 3 meals and make sure that I'm getting high enough protein, but don't worry about the times that I'm actually eating, and just be more mindful of when I eat. When I'm going to bed, I make sure that I stop eating about 3 hours before I go to bed. Now, I know that can't always work in real life, but it can work most of the time, like my 80-20 rule that I mentioned in past videos. The other thing you want to think about is overtraining also spikes the cortisol levels if you're not giving yourself recovery time. I learned that very recent when I changed my fitness routine, that I have to give myself enough recovery time, and maybe it's just 24 hours before I do another type of strength building type of exercise. Maybe I don't go so hard at doing intervals. Instead of 3 times a week, I'm doing it twice a week, right? I just took it down a notch. Bottom line, it's about working with your body, and instead of just doing the things that we used to do before, right? When we were 30s and even early 40s. Hey, I did a lot of crazy things with my nutrition, and I did a lot of extended fasting. It does have a time and a place, and I still continue to believe in that, is that if you do an extended fast that say 24 hours, or even 36 hours, or even if you want to go 72 hours, well, I extend that out between the times that I actually do the fast. A 24-hour fast once a week can be fine for me as long as I'm in weight loss mode or fat loss mode. I take breaks maybe I need a month or two off from doing those 24-hour fasts on a regular basis. Or if I want to do a 72-hour fast, then I might do that like quarterly versus doing it every month, right? So you have to think about what's working for you and where's your body really asking for the help, because it needs nutrition. You feel like you're always low on energy. That's a major sign. You feel like you're fatigued or your sleep is interrupted. I mean, these are major signs that your stress hormones are being hit and that you have to step back, maybe just take the break from all the dieting and whatever that looks like for you. Take a month off, take a couple of weeks off, then start again with the regimen that you put in place for yourself. Just know you have to be patient with if you're really trying to lose that menopausal weight. 1 pound to even 2 pounds a week getting off is fantastic, because steady wins the race, and then you can actually maintain the weight once you reach your target. So if you've been frustrated like me at given times, it's normal. And in the cycle of this world of menopause, don't beat yourself up. You're doing a lot of good things that are right. So pat yourself on the back. And we can't always listen to all the things that are out there and floating around and what we should do and what we should not do. Every individual is different, and we are a very unique gender. You just need a new strategy. Start small, add more protein, lower your stress, move in ways that help you feel calm and that is fun to you, that you enjoy. If you want a step-by-step plan, you can find that in my fasting lifestyle guide, and the link again is in the description box. It's always possible, guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll look forward to seeing you on the next video. And remember, you can always begin again. Cheers.
A faded photograph feels like 100 years ago. Life was easy then, or is it just the way the